Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We've got just a couple minutes here. So let's see. What is this? Doxing. Now, I want to just give this to you. You'll have to look it up later, but I want you to research this. I want to bring us into how evil, dangerous, and where we're at in this country right now, and how important November is. I mean, you hear every election, this is the most important election in my lifetime. This is the most important election in your lifetime. But I'm going to tell you, this is scary. Absolutely scary. Senators cannot go to the bathroom, cannot go through the airport. Maxine Waters has asked you to attack them, okay? Republicans, we have never been asked to attack a Democrat. Democrats have asked people, the resistance, to attack Senator from Georgia, David Perdue, trying to go through the airport, attacked, had to go in a bathroom just to try. Now, there was one of the ladies that is in the resistance said a couple times, I watched the videos, "Don't touch me, Senator." David Perdue never touched her. And he knew. He's smart enough to know, Senator David Perdue, smart enough to know, so, you know, I need to just go in here for a minute because I know what's happening. She's slowing down, if you watch the video, wanting me to bump into her on purpose, okay? That being said, okay? Now, Bromwich, the attorney, let's put this together real quick because it's dangerous out there, folks. Bromwich, the attorney, sitting next to and coaching Ford, Dr. Ford, is also Andrew McCabe's attorney, disgraced former FBI assistant director. Yes, Andrew McCabe's, okay? Now, I don't have time to do it, but look up the video and the pictures of during the day, okay, of the hearing, Sheila Jackson Lee slipping Dr. Ford an envelope that he put in his pocket. Look it up. Sheila Jackson Lee comes around, hands an envelope to Bromwich, which he slides in his pocket. Now, how scary is it? Remember, during the Kavanaugh hearings, the protesting wackos got in. Okay? They got in. They disrupted for 3 straight days. 80 of them were arrested or whatever. And they were paid. Do you have that picture? If you do, you can put that up. They were paid. Okay? Yes, they were paid, folks. They're inside. They're being pulled out. They go outside and they got paid for disrupting. Now, think about this, okay? They could not get in last Thursday. Oh, it was invite only, man. They could not get in. And they did not want, the Democrats did not want the disruption this time. So what did they do? Sheila Jackson Lee comes in on a Thursday, last Thursday, you go look it up, and she hands Bromwich, the attorney, which is also McCabe's attorney, a white envelope. He puts it in his pocket. While, this is dangerous, while he's speaking, Lindsey Graham's personal information was released. Personal information of Senator Lindsey Graham, Mike Lee, Orrin Hatch was posted on their respective page, Wikipedia page, Thursday. All three had professed their belief that Kavanaugh was innocent, okay? You have the envelope? Put it up, Josh. Josh has a picture of the envelope. Right there it is. Look at that. That's Sheila Jackson Lee and Bromwich, the attorney. $1,000 an hour guy. Okay? Now we find out An unpaid intern. I love it. An unpaid intern. BS. I call BS. Okay? The home addresses of senators appeared to be correct, though the phone numbers did not appear entirely accurate. The home phone number listed for Graham appeared to direct callers to a sexually minority youth assistance league. Really? The international publication of the information was first caught by Twitter bots, okay, that automatically tracks and changes made to Wikipedia entries from anyone located in the U.S. Congress. Costco, I think that's his name, okay? We have him. I didn't send you a picture. Capitol Police probe additional doxing incident targeting senators, including Rand Paul. Capitol Hill Police on Wednesday were investigating 2 additional doxing incidents after a former Democrat congressional intern was accused of posting personal information of at least 3 Republican senators during last week's committee hearing. Right during the committee hearing, okay? Costco was most recently working as an unpaid intern for Sheila Jackson Lee, Democrat from Texas. Senior congressional sources told Fox News, in the past, Costco has worked for other Democrat lawmakers, including Senator Dianne Feinstein and Sheila Jackson Lee. And he's an unpaid intern? No. Released senators' home addresses? Really? It's a scary time, folks. It's a scary time. Okay, this right here, I want to bring this up because we've only got a couple minutes. Let me go into, let me wrap this up real quick. These are my final thoughts of the day. Only got 2 hours a day. Let's go to number 27. Okay, sources, here's the 3. Collins, Murkowski, and Flake. Little fun here, if Collins and Murkowski vote no, if Collins and Murkowski vote yes, Jeff Flake will vote no. And my reason for Jeff Flake and voting no is I think Jeff Flake and Coons, Senator Coons from Delaware, is up to a lot more than just their opposition to Brett Kavanaugh. Watch, Flake's not done, all right? So let's go to start the clock. Let's go to number 25. Okay, Mitch McConnell says start the clock. So what'll happen, that's why we didn't do too much just straight Kavanaugh today, is because the clock has started. So he has put in the date for the vote. What will happen is they will close the vote Friday night. It'll be a procedural vote to close it Saturday, then 30 hours, because you will have plenty of time. If you think the Democrats have hurt themselves thus far, wait for the next 30 hours of soundbite that comes out between now and Saturday. 30 hours of debate on the floor. Oh, crazy unleashed. You only had 10 last week. Oh, this is 10 to the third power? I don't know. I might have it wrong. Wait, Spartacus will have a moment. Whoa, it's going to be crazy. And then Saturday will be a vote. So the clock has started. Let's go to number 24. Senator David Perdue was in an airport. They attacked him. One in the resistance was trying to get him to bump into her on purpose. She kept saying, "Don't touch me." He never touched her. I watched a video. Senator David Perdue said on Laura Ingram's show, these are paid activists. Okay, we showed you paid activists. Sheila Jackson Lee paying the attorney. I don't know, just my words. This is a George Soros conspiracy, and it's time we wake up, expose them. Hey, I did that this morning on the LJ level, right? This is a George Soros conspiracy. It's time to wake up, expose them, stand up, and fight for our country. Hey, Senator Perdue, you'd have been you would have been very proud of my first half hour. Let's go to 19. Now, they're going to float, the liberal media, they can't stop with this. They're going to float that the FBI had such a limited scope. See, they've already forgotten that last Thursday, Flake said, hey, this has to be limited. I mean, it can't be a wild goose chase. You know, we have to get this done and over with, and it's got to be a time frame on it. Well, they've all forgot about that, and we knew they would. FBI has not contacted dozens of potential sources in Kavanaugh's investigation. Let's go to 18. This is Ford's attorney's statement on the FBI probe. Now, keep in mind, they're going to roll this out, but it's just smoke and mirrors. I will look you in the camera right now and tell you that Christine Blasey Ford's attorneys do not want her talking to the FBI. Absolutely not. They are in fear that she talks to the FBI, because the FBI will ask the polygraph questions. You keep in mind, if Democrats really wanted to know the truth, they would be begging right now from the podium, asking for the polygraph to be released. It has not been released. Asking for all of the psychologist notes in her with Christine Blasey Ford to be released. They're not released. They don't want her talking to the FBI. And the FBI is saying, hey, look, we have your sworn testimony on your accounts of what happened. Period. They're sworn testimonies, okay? So Ford's attorney releases probe an FBI supplemental background investigation that did not include an interview with Dr. Christine Blasey Ford, trust me, nor the witnesses who corroborate her testimony. Cannot be called an investigation. We are profoundly disappointed that after the tremendous sacrifice she made in coming forward, lying and flying across the country and lying to the American people, those directing the FBI investigation were not interested in seeking the truth. See, we have found the truth. We have found the truth so far, so deep, and have blown this story up from every level. That's why the New York Times released the Donald Trump tax scam story. That Mayor de Blasio of New York says, we're going to investigate this and we're going to go after those unpaid taxes. There's no unpaid taxes. So they're trying to go after the president once again. But the FBI released that. And let's go wrap up a little bit here today. Let's go to number 17. I told you earlier, blocking deportation. Judge blocks government from ending temporary protective status, okay? New overnight. Now, this is a liberal judge. This is why you need Brett Kavanaugh on the bench, okay? Now, flip over to 21, okay? Immigrant crisis. Now, this is CNN. This is why if you will get out there and you will do this and take my segments, you know, or whatever, this is why there will not be a blue wave. Because CNN, immigration crisis. So what did it, you know the whole thing with Blasey Ford is over. Because CNN has a judge that did something. They got the immigration crisis. They got the tax problems. They got Trump saying he's in love with North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, which we both know Trump's trying to talk the guy off the ledge. He was ready to jump. Okay? So Trump's like, hey, look, man, we love you, buddy. Don't jump. Don't jump. So Trump knows it's serious enough he's got to talk this guy off the ledge. But no, the media just keep giving him hell and giving him hell because he is working a different way. Okay? Don't think he's telling Pompeo and Bolton to go fall in love with anybody. He'll do the loving. They do the squeezing, okay? And they're squeezing on them right now to end and denuclearize North Georgia. No, not North Georgia. That would be me. If you denuclearize North Georgia, that would be North Korea. Holy crap. Wow. Maybe I can get through the next minute and a half. Judge blocks to end. Immigration crisis is not a crisis. Judge blocks to end temporary protective status. Okay. Now, this is why court This is why CNN is gone. They're gone. Court, White House action may be based on animus to non-white immigrants. They actually typed this stuff and they put it up on a screen at 5:09 in the morning, a.m., crisis, the White House based on animus to non-white immigrants. Judge Block. No, let me tell you what temporary protective status is, okay? When you take in, okay, groups, when you take in groups, there is a temporary protective status. It's the law, folks. It is the law, okay? And every time, what has happened is every time they come due, because when you take people in from Honduras, okay, or you take people in from Ecuador, or you take people in from El Salvador, or even the Sudan or whatever in Africa, when you take people in, you're only supposed to be taking them in until they're able to go home. Exactly. You want them to go home. So it is a temporary protected status. It's a law. We have it here on the books. It's the law. So what happens if you got a period of time, I'm going to say 6 months, okay? So you come into this country under what's called temporary protected status. When you get here, okay, what is supposed to happen is the climate, the area, where you're from, the dangers, the climate of whatever the danger is of where you're from, if it's subsided, you're supposed to go back. You're not supposed to stay. If it's still too dangerous for you to come home or go home, okay, go back to where you're from, they renew the temporary protective status, okay? But it's supposed to end. It has a renewal date. What the President of the United States, or what we've done, is we've decided that we're going to end. They just keep renewing these over, and we don't know where these people are in the country. And there's some of these temporary protective status that's been renewed for 2 and 3 years. We decided, you know what, when temporary protected status runs out, it runs out. And you need to go back home. Or you need to make application and give us reason why. It's not a crisis. It's not an immigration crisis. It's a law we have on the books. How many times have you heard somebody say, if we would just pass the, if we just uphold the laws that we have on the books in this country, there are no crisis. Let me do this. Give me this picture so I can close. Let's go with, I know it's pushing 10 and I'm running late. Because we got to get to instant replay, but I want this picture. There's 2 more pictures I want. Let's go back to 17. This is why Brett Kavanaugh needs to get on the bench, folks. Right here. Blocking deportation. Judge blocks government from ending temporary protected status. They ran to a judge, a liberal judge. And CNN put it up. It's a crisis. Maybe because we don't like them, they're not white. That is how crazy this damn country is. And yes, folks, right here is the fear. What strikes more fear in the hearts? This will be number 26 when you're ready. What strikes more fear in the hearts of a Boston Red Sox fan? Here come the Yankees, baby. Here come the Yankees. Yes, Friday night, Yankees Red Sox. And justice will be served on those Red Sox. I'm your host, BKP. It is time for, Instant Replay with Dave Garner. Sports show. Instant Replay. Right after these messages. Stay with us.